I am Charles V, known as Charles the Wise, King of France from 1364 until my death in 1380. My reign was a time of immense challenge and transformation, for I inherited a kingdom deeply scarred by the calamities of war, plague, and political instability. Yet, through prudence, strategy, and reform, I sought to restore order and ensure France's resurgence. When I ascended to the throne in 1364, my beloved France was reeling from the effects of the 100 Years' War, initiated by the claims of England's Edward III. Our lands were ravaged by conflict, and the horrors of the Black Death still lingered in the memories of my people. To make matters worse, internal unrest, fueled by corrupt officials and rebellious nobles, threatened to undo the fragile unity of the kingdom. My first act as king was to reassert royal authority and bring stability to France. I surrounded myself with capable advisors, including the brilliant military commander Bertrand du Guesclin, whose leadership proved instrumental in turning the tide against the English. Through careful planning, we employed guerrilla tactics, avoided pitched battles when unnecessary, and fortified key strongholds. By the Treaty of Bretigny in 1360, we had ceded substantial territories to England, but I resolved to regain what was lost, step by step. My reign is often remembered for my reliance on diplomacy and negotiation over brute force. Unlike my predecessors, I prioritized strategic alliances and truces to weaken England's position. I also rebuilt the French military, reforming its structure to include a standing army financed by new taxation systems. Though these measures were unpopular at times, they were vital for ensuring the survival of the French state. Another cornerstone of my legacy lies in governance and reform. I sought to stabilize the kingdom's finances by introducing more efficient tax collection systems and curbing the abuses of the nobility. My administration improved law enforcement and justice, providing greater fairness to commoners, which helped to rebuild trust between the crown and the people. In matters of culture and intellect, I took great pride in fostering the arts and scholarship. I was a patron of architecture, commissioning the construction of the Bastille to strengthen Paris's defences. My court became a beacon of learning, and I expanded the Royal Library, which would later evolve into the Bibliothèque Nationale de France. To earn the epithet the Wise, I surrounded myself with scholars and philosophers, valuing their counsel as highly as I did that of my military advisors. Though my health was frail, plagued by illness throughout much of my life, I worked tirelessly for the well-being of France. My greatest triumph came in regaining many of the lands lost to the English and ensuring that my son, Charles VI, inherited a kingdom far stronger and more united than the one I had inherited. But my reign was not without shadows. I often faced criticism for the heavy taxation required to fund my reforms and military campaigns. Some accused me of relying too heavily on the advice of my councillors, though I believed their wisdom was essential for navigating the complexities of governance. As I reflect on my years as king, I take solace in knowing that I did all in my power to secure the future of France. I strove to embody the virtues of wisdom and prudence, understanding that the strength of a kingdom lies not only in its armies but in the hearts of its people. My legacy endures in the stability and strength of the realm I left behind.